Because right now, if I had to ask you, and I have to kind of figure out how to talk to this guy, like this is not a guy that I'm literally with every morning.
Right.
If I had to ask you, who is Porkchop? How would you answer that?
I am a funny man of God.
I like that.
I guess that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm relatable. I feel like I struggle like we all struggle.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I'm somebody I'm not. I don't want to be, somebody I'm not. That's it. I just want to be me. God made us all individuals, and I'm happy of the way I am. I'm glad of my personality.
Right.
You're
a funny guy. That part I can't.
I think I am funny. I'm just figuring that out. But I don't think I'm stand-up funny. I think I'm Drewski funny.
Got it.
But I don't think I could tell a joke on stage and
right.
make people laugh like that.
So let's take it back to day one, because this podcast is really about giving people their flowers. But more, before I really get to giving you your flowers and the props you deserve, it's for people who might not know who you are. There might be somebody watching or listening to this podcast and who the hell is Porkchop? From day one, remind me, did I meet you first as rapper or dancer? Because I met you in 95 when I was at Trilogies. Were you rapping
I've
then?
always been both. So I don't know. I've been rapping since high school. My first rap name, don't even ask me why this was my name, but ICE.
Please explain.
I don't even know where the E came from. I couldn't tell you. Rapping from the 80s, something was always fresh, dope.
Right.
And I was ICE. And I don't know where this E came from to the day. I couldn't tell you.
Right.
And then my uncle, God bless the dead, gave me Porkchop. Okay. And I made an acronym for that. I'm the poetic overseer ruling chaos, causing havoc on poets.
You made the acronym up when you first got the nickname?
Maybe a week after I got Porkchop.
That is crazy.
There was a guy in Woodlawn who was Cool T. He was a criminal overlord of lyrical technology. And I said, nah, damn that. I'm the poetic overseer ruling chaos. I know chaos with a K, causing havoc on poets.
Yeah, so I'm going to take it back to 1995. Right now, I'm at a club called Trilogies, a.k.a. The Break Room, a.k.a. The Tunnel. But when we first started, it was Trilogy. Shout out to Slim Butler, who was the owner at the time.
Hey.
I can remember like it was yesterday. I was DJing at Trilogies. I was upstairs, and then downstairs level, starting it was DJ Unique and Big L.
Yep.
They would start, and then they were like the open DJs, I guess you want to call them, until midnight. The midnight upstairs would open. Everybody would come upstairs and party with Quicksilva. And it was these guys that would come every Saturday, like clockwork, and take over the dance floor. And they were called the Horsemen.
Guess what? I used to take the money at the door downstairs.
So how'd you end up upstairs dancing if you were supposed to be taking the money?
Then they got a girl.
Oh, I got you. So you were there.
It was a girl. Then it was me. And then it was a girl again.
Got you.
But yeah, big shout out to Slim Butler. I remember the day like it was yesterday. He's like, can you take the money from me? I was like, yeah.
I would be upstairs DJing. The Horsemen would come in there and just take over. And back there, for people who don't know, like, the dancers in the club, like, they were the celebrities. It was a big deal. But this is how I was introduced to Porkchop, and I know he's sick and tired of hearing this story because I always remind him this. I said, I remember, and I didn't know Porkchop, like I knew of you, but we weren't cool yet. Every week, this fat guy would pass out in the club. And when I say pass out, people, I mean literally be dancing, shaking off, doing all this crazy stuff, and all of a sudden you just see him pass out.
Overexerting myself.
And
now,
then,
in hindsight, looking back, I've always had a heart problem. I had a heart attack when I was 19. I knew that I was partying for a reason. I knew I was going hard because of the heart, But how hard you going to go,
But from then, I'm just trying to get my timeline right of how long we know each other. Then, we became cool then, but we still wasn't like friends.
Yeah, because we never took time around each other to build a friendship bond. But you DJing, I'm dancing and rapping, but we still always intertwined each other paths.
And then, of course, while you were dancing, one of the members of the Horsemen, who was on a previous episode of who is Super DJ Big L. I got cool with Big L first because of the DJ aspect. Yeah. And I remember, Big L would mix downstairs, but then sometimes he would mix upstairs with me from time to time. But then from then, I feel like, I don't know what club I went to next, but I feel like at that moment, Big L and Porkchop became
a duo.
Am I correct in saying that?
I will say this to pat myself on the back, and I know it's a lot of duos out there that did it, but I don't think nobody ever did it like me and L. And I give Big Tony and Mike Crosby love, S. Dot, who was one of my, and Reds, of course, I love them, Big Mama and Slim Bird. I love them all, but I think me and L were top notch.
I mean, give him a round of applause real quick. Give him a round of applause. And it's crazy because, like I say, all of y'all, and I think of the Horsemen, all of y'all started off dancing because Big L was dancing as well.
He can shake off. I don't know why he be acting like he don't want to dance. I be looking at him like, yo, go ahead and do something.
Head DJ now. Which club do you think was the birth of really like Super DJ Big L and Porkchop?
The Dots, of course.
Yeah, was that?
I can't even tell you. We've all been doing it for so long. I can't remember years. I want to say 90-something, 99 maybe, 98.
Really like became like a host like weekly?
The first time is, I would give the credit to Swift and Big Tony out Twilight Zone.
Got you.
Because like yesterday, remember that Swift didn't want to play the hip hop.
I remember that.
She was like, you do this. And the same exact breath, Tony looked at me and was like, well, I ain't going to talk over the hip-hop, Pork here, because you rap. And that's how me and L got started together. Because
I always said this on previous podcasts as well, is that people forget that Baltimore was a club music city. Mm-hmm. Like house music, then Baltimore club. But in those late 80s, 90s, and I remember somebody trying to, argue in the comments, yes, there were people doing hip-hop nights. Yeah. But overall, 90% of the big weekly parties was majority club music.
I mean, just think, before we all went down the docks, everybody in the world listened to 88.9 on a Friday. We had to hear Lil Mike. We had Milk Crate. All of them. You had to. And then you got out the car and then listened to 4 hours of club music.
4 hours of club
10 minutes
music.
of hip-hop.
A hip-hop set.
Yeah.
Like every DJ had a hip-hop set. Yep. So, of course, around that time, you and Super DJ Big L, y'all really take over the Paradox. And, for those who know, the Paradox was a legendary club owned by Wayne Davis. Yes. I'm in Baltimore. Shout out to Sean Cecil, kind of kicked off that legacy. Of course. Then Rod Braxton. Shout out to Rod Braxton.
You know where the hoes at.
Yeah, Rod Braxton then took over. Then from Rod Braxton, that's when the torch got passed to y'all.
Yeah, Rod all the credit, all the love, because one day we walked up to him. I was like, yo, you should get my man on. You need to get him on. And he was like, all right, just be down here next week at this time. And we put them records in there. You know, these kids don't know about bringing no records to no club. And it just was, it was God sent. How he started, and we got on and talked and knew when to talk and knew when to shut up. And that's where all the hosts and MCs are with this right here. Learn how to shut up. Nobody ever come to the party to hear you talk. Remember that.
That's a whole nother episode we'll talk about.
Yes.
But it's crazy because, not that I ever questioned it, Super DJ Big L had the exact same story.
Yeah, they don't lie.
Exact same story about how the Paradox happened with y'all. He's like, Porkchop said something to Rod. Rod was like, come back next week. And he said, we just never stopped playing.
Nope. Yeah. And then it became opening. And, of course, Rod and KW Griff would switch closing. And then KW was like, yo, I'm tired of DJing. And then he stopped, and it was just Rod and L. And then Buckshot came with us. But we all knew each other. The whole DJ world know each other way before then.
All right. And then was that around the same time that Swift started mixing with y'all at the Paradox? Was that
Swift really didn't do the docs as much as people think she did.
Like a lot of clips that people post on her birthday and her passing.
Those was just them small moments when she was there. Like when she did the MTV thing, she just came down there to do the MTV thing.
I thought she was mixing there with y'all.
Yeah, nah. Our girl, you know I love her to death. I got her tatted on my chest. And Swift was so removed by that time. She wasn't even at the dock. She was in somebody's city, somewhere else, doing something else. You know, with Sean and, you know, she was gone by then.
Let's just stay here for 1 second because first and foremost, rest in peace to K Swift, the club queen.
Yeah, man.
You have it tatted on your heart. How did you and K Swift become so close?
I remember she came to Metros at the Plaza, and she was getting a job, and I was trying to get a job too. And then they gave her the job at Metros, and they gave me a job at Picture the Music. Just being co-workers and talking. Mm-hmm. And then we became best of friends. Like, I used to run her record pool, her and Reggie. Big shout out to Tracy Smith, you know, and that's how I got on the radio. She and Reggie needed a producer.
For their night show at the time.
For the night show, and they was killing then. And
definitely.
She was like, all you got to do is answer the phone, and you got to do this, that, and the third. And I was like, well, I'm homeless anyway. I might as well. And at that time, I was living from house to house, and I used to sleep on her living room floor, and she took me in like that, and we just was family.
If you don't mind me asking, how did you end up homeless?
My brain can't even think that. I really think psychologically that's gone of how it happened. You know, you go through things in your life. You know, you've been through some things, and some answers are still there, but that thing of how, gone. All I know is that my mom had moved to Connecticut. I moved up there with her, worked at McDonald's, but it's like a 4 or 3 year period of being homeless. And I don't know how that happened. Maybe it because I came back to Baltimore and didn't know where to stay, and I stayed with my cousin Fugga Wugga and JP and my man Snow and Krim, recipes to Krim, and Swift. And then I got on my feet because working at the radio station, I became a board op.
So you started off as a board op at 92Q. You weren't DJing at the time, correct?
And Amani. Can't forget about Amani. Mm-hmm. Yo, I was doing so bad, I remember sleeping on Amani's bedroom floor. My homegirls, big shout out to her. Like, I wouldn't be nowhere if it wasn't for all of those people that let me stay with them. Nice. But I also was in the park, too. Being homeless outside, and I used to sleep in Douglas when they first started doing cardboard boxes and you throw away the trash and they put cardboard in something else. I used to sleep in them dumpsters with nothing but the cardboard.
You are truly a walking testimony. If no one's ever told you that, because, you know, I know your story, and, you know, we've been friends for 30 plus years, but I never got a chance to really hear like all you really had to go through. And once again, I commend you, Chop. I mean,
and them nights of wanting to eat and can't eat. I used to trip off of dudes that thought they was tough, and they would say what they go through. And I know we all go through things, you know, and God give you what you can take, you know, but that's tough. And when I drive and go past somebody homeless, that it's still to this day really be like, oh my God, you know, like, oh God, let this process or whatever they going through speed up.
You then working with Swift and Reggie at 92Q as the producer. You were not DJing yet.
No.
DJing yet. Got it.
I didn't DJ until she passed away.
Working with them, you become close to Swift, become close to Reggie. Now you're working at ERQ. Swift at this point is beyond just the club queen.
Oh yeah,
this is somebody. This is your family, but this is also somebody who has gone from a local DJ to a regional DJ to a national DJ, representing for Baltimore doing club music. Y'all are rocking out, and unfortunately, you remember the day that Swift passed away?
Hell yeah.
What day and year?
July 21st, 2008, because my mother died June 19th, 2008. Wow. That summer was hell.
Where were you when you got the news that Swift passed away?
Club One. Leaving Club One, get ready to go to her house because she had a cookout. And I remember getting in the car and I'm trying to get on 395 by the stadium. So I call her, no answer. Call her again, no answer. Plus Love, they used to work with us. He used to work at 911. Right after I hung up the phone, I see his name. I said, Plus, what up, yo? He said, have you talked to Swift? I said, nah, I'm on my way over our house now. We just got a call from a Kia adjutant. I was like, you at work? He's like, yeah, make sure she all right, because I overheard it from, I guess, where he was working at. The other person got the call. I call again. I said, let me call Kelson. Worst phone call in my life, probably, because all I heard was Kelson crying. I mean, hysterically. I heard 3 words of all of his crying. Swift, dead, Good Samaritan. My hand to God, quick. I think I drove to Good Samaritan from downtown in 15 minutes. I broke my steering wheel and I was doing 140 on the highway. Like, I did not stop. I just had to go. I just knew that. Through the tunnel, all that, just 140. And through the grace of God, no one pulled me over, no nothing. God knew I had to get there. I get out the car. It's some people that's like telling me to relax. And I'm like, oh, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm telling them move and meeting Miss Peaches, which is Swift mother. She, people was like, can't nobody go back there. And I was like, all right, I stopped though. I was like, you know what? I'm listening. And then Swift mother comes around the corner. Miss Peaches was like, oh, you can come. So I go back there. And to this day, to see my baby on that gurney with the neck brace, it just, I couldn't believe it. I was in super shock to see her laying there. And my last memory, every time I think about Swift, my last memory is seeing her at my mother's funeral in the hallway when I was leaving. And she was like, I'm right here, baby. And I was just, I told her thank you. She smacked me on the butt, and that's how we, that's how we all rock. It's no way. It gotta be that way. It can't be no other way. But I would like to say something on your podcast, bro. I still don't think my girl was, that was no accident. I don't care what no one say. Me and her mother feel the same way. That's her pool. She ain't diving her own pool with her own clothes on, and Kelson was there. She had on swimming clothes, got out the pool, and then Kelson left. So you mean to tell me she put regular clothes on and jumped right back in the pool? We getting that right there. That's all I'm going to say. I miss her. I miss her a lot. I miss my mother. I miss her. And that '08 just was dumb. But it did something for me. I went to college the next year for my mother. I said, I got to do something. I was by choices on Charles Street, and I heard a commercial about open enrollment at Coppin State University, and I made a left, went to Coppin.
Swift passes away. You're still working with Reggie at the time on the night show?
No. Squirrel was on the night show with Swift by then, Off the Hook Radio. Reggie had, I don't know where they put Reggie at that time.
So you started doing nights. with Chop, Animal House.
Yes.
Give a round of applause, Animal
House. Big listen, to this day is also heaven sent to me. He's a man's man. He's a guidance counselor. Like, he just, and I thank him because he threw me to the wolves. He was like, I'm not mixing. You gonna mix.
That's how you started DJing.
The week of her death. Her funeral was Saturday.
Said no, nothing. No
Being
quick and
around,
easy DJs.
Being around.
Shaker's plug my DJ school.
Yes. Hey, if you need to be a DJ, I'll let the boy.
QuickandEasyDJs.com. But keep going.
Being around Rod Braxton, when I used to rap, Rocky, rest in peace to him, and my other best friend Jay, they was my DJs. So watching them put BPMs from watches on records, and y'all kids don't know nothing about that. Just watching, I knew how to DJ. I never really DJ'd. And that first Monday on the air, I was scared as hell. Hey,
it's okay, right?
But now look at me. I'm Baltimore's number 17 DJ.
Nah, you kill it. You definitely kill it, man. So now Animal House is a powerhouse. How many years was Animal House on nights in Night Q?
From, I want to say 2007 to COVID.
2020. 13 years?
And then they downsized and kept me. And they, you know, you was there, so in the company. And that did something to me too, psychologically, because when COVID happened, I was by myself. And had to mix the 3 times we mixed and hold those doors open and nobody in the building. I kind of hated that for life itself,
How'd you find out that they were letting Squirrel Wide go? How'd you find it out?
I didn't until the day I went there.
Yeah, when it happened?
No.
Gotcha.
Because it was weird how COVID happened. It was, oh my God. The only thing I could think of was, Wildin' Out was supposed to be here. And we got a call saying it's canceled because of something. And ain't nobody still know it was COVID yet. And then the next day they shut down the airports. And then the next day I go to work and then they tell me about the changes. I was like, damn.
It's super suck, man. Pause. When they had to pause you, because I know how you are. Super suck when I pause.
First of all, if it suck, fine.
Okay.
But it's super suck me.
It's crazy work. Stop, man. I'm trying to be serious here, chap. So I remember hearing about them like letting Squirrel go.
Conan. It was it's the company, like
and that's what made it so bad.
10%.
That's what made it so bad is that y'all were winning, and I always say it really sucks. Radio is about revenue and ratings, but when you're getting the revenue and the ratings, but something outside of your control happens. If COVID wouldn't have happened, I'm going to argue that Animal House would still be nights.
Yeah.
It's definitely a void. In radio with y'all not being nice. Like y'all were still are a staple. That moment, I mean, y'all were this. Y'all were getting a 50 share.
Listen, big shout out to Squirrel with his Hooligan Express Radio. Still the guy in the community. Still a street guy. And I miss him too. We don't talk as much as we used to. But I know if I call him, he gonna answer the phone. And that's what I love about him, man. He's a great dad, great everything. He's just great at what he do, man.
And he's always say, "Dumb ain't slick."
Dumb ain't slick.
That was my favorite line from Squirrel.
And his mixes was incomparable. Like, man,
he really paint a picture.
Yeah,
he'd be like, "Right now I'm on Lamb and Curry. I got the big bags."
He was stemming before niggas was stemming. I don't know how he used to get them acapellas, but he used to be nice.
We definitely gotta get Squirrel Wild on Who Is Podcast.
Definitely.
I got you. Now another name we brought up was Reggie Reg. Reggie Reg, of course, was a powerhouse, aka the Godfather. We called him. He was the man.
Geez.
I mean, the man. Where were you when you got the news that Reggie passed away?
You ain't gonna believe this one. In the hospital with him. I was in the emergency room
with him, or like you were there something separate.
He was. Whatever floor he was on. And I was in the emergency room being admitted into the hospital. And one of the nurses came downstairs and was like, "Porkchop, are you okay?" And first I'm looking at her like, "You see, I'm in the damn hospital, stupid." Like, no, I'm not. But I was like, I guess I'm going to be. It was my, this is when I found out I had kidney disease. And she was like, "Oh my God, Reggie's upstairs. We think he's about to pass or something." They tried to say, and then the phone started blowing up. Everybody found out, and I was like, "Damn, I'm right here with him."
Got a chance to go upstairs and see him after he passed. You saw him was when we saw him together at the funeral.
At the memorial when all the DJs came to I don't know if that Von Green or Wiley, but whoever that was. Big shout out to Jazzy. Jazzy doing something next month.
Jazzy, by the way, that's his daughter.
Whenever this airs,
right.
doing something in February for a father. So.
That's Jazzy. Jazzy's Reggie Reg's daughter.
Yes.
I got to shout out Porkchop. This is why I love Porkchop. As you can see, passionate guy, genuine guy, but super funny at the worst moments, but the moments that we don't realize we need him to be funny.
I know what you're going to say.
This is a moment in Porkchop that I can remember like yesterday. So we're at Swift's funeral. Mm-hmm. We at Swift's funeral. And this is before we get to Reggie's funeral. We at Swift's funeral, and Reggie Reg, I mean, it's real. You couldn't imagine. Swift
it was a very somber.
So as Swift's funeral is super sad, where I mean, it's thousands of people and everybody crying. Everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody's crying. So now all the 9CQ staff on stage, you, Nikki, Reggie, everybody's on stage. Sean, Larry, our producer Larry, he's on. So everybody's on stage, and Reggie Reg is speaking. And Reggie Reg is getting everybody emotional. So now whatever he said, everybody's crying even worse. Mm-hmm. So that Porkchop, can't even get it out, pause. Porkchop gets on the mic, and he looks at the crowd, and this is what he does. This is what you're the best at, not just then, but even on the morning show. This is why Porkchop is Porkchop. He looks out in the crowd and sees everybody crying, and he says, I'm trying to act it out.
Yeah, try it out. I saw you.
He said, Porkchop say, man, it's been a sad day, man. Miss Swift, man. That was my sister. That was my blood, man. I love her. But one thing about Swift, man, and this is now everybody is intrigued. One thing about Swift, man, she was funny, man. And they were like, yes. I mean, Swift was funny. And they were like, yes. She said, and if Swift was here right now, this is why everybody crying. I can't get. He said, hold on. He said, I'm trying to not say without laughing. Hold on, let me.
I ain't gonna say nothing. Go ahead.
He says, if Swift was here right now, she would want me to make a comment. And everybody like, where's he going with this? And now everybody's intrigued. He said, if Swift was here, she would want me to point out the fact that Reggie Reg got a sweater vest on in the damn summer. Oh my God.
Listen,
yo.
That Morgan State campus erupted and laughing.
He said, if you don't take that ugly sweater vest off at Swift funeral, hey, yo, what made you say that? And where'd that come from?
It was needed. You know, because it was so sad because of who she was. And I felt like everybody felt they were missing her. We'd have never thought we'd have been at that day.
And she was so young.
Yes. And when I saw Reggie, when I came in there, Radio 1, let me not say 9TQ, Radio 1 had a whole section to themselves. And I just remember looking over there. Then I looked at her mother, and I turned around, and I looked at Reggie.
You saw that?
It was dark green and like a hoodie or something. It was 98,000 degrees outside. This nigga coming in looking like a snowman. I was like, why he got that shit on? I couldn't believe it. And it was like, let me see if I can make it a little softer. But I didn't know that response, boy.
When I say, I feel like everybody just fell out their seats.
Yeah, like watching it, you see motherfuckers like they at a comedy club, right? Tripping.
Yeah.
And even when it was over and we got outside, I cussed Swift out because I didn't know the DJs had to walk downhilling to Cold Spring. And my fat ass, I said, I'm gonna fuck you up when I get to heaven. I was so mad with them slippery Earls.
You lost Swift, who was your guardian angel. You lost your mom. We lost Reggie Reg. Now Porkchop, gets Animal House, and you end up, not physically, but you end up losing Squirrel as your co-host. When did you have? Because you've had a lot of, you've had heart attack or stroke?
I had the heart attack when I was 19.
So you had the heart attack then. At what point did you realize that, like, this physically, you felt like your body was going through a lot? Was it during COVID when you realized that, like, I'm really going in?
I don't think that happened because we moved to Vegas. Yes, I was married at the time and had Dallas, had Braylon, my daughter, and my son, and we was gonna move anyway. The day that the airport stopped, me and my wife was gonna go to Vegas to look for a house, and look what God did. Like, just imagine we'd have been stuck in Vegas.
And for those who don't know, when you moved to Vegas, you actually at that moment quit radio.
I would say retired. And really didn't, because I was still DJing from Vegas with the Comrex during the mornings.
Wow! So you
I
never
was
really
up at 3 to DJ like at 7 there.
So you never, when you retired from the night show, you never completely stopped radio, because
I didn't really stop until maybe a year after I got to Vegas.
Got you.
And then that's when it actually happened.
And you were done.
Yeah.
You were done.
I thought it was done.
What made you think you were done?
Because they asked for the Comrex back.
You like, so if I can't mix from Vegas, I'm done. So if they'd have kept you, if you could have kept the Comrex, you'd have kept mixing in Vegas at the time. Got you. What made
that was a big move.
Yeah, it was. I mean, and shout out to your nephew. I call him nephew.
Yeah.
To your son. To your
wife. I still call him my wife. Asia.
Asia. I love Asia.
When we got divorced, that's why I came home. And I would say the first year, 2 years was rough. Divorce. Supposed to be rough. I never met nobody that had a good divorce, but I would like to thank God for right now for her, because we are at a point in our lives that we co-parent beautifully. We are great right now. Thank you, Father God, for letting me have a child by that beautiful woman, So I'm good now, But it was rough starting your life over at 50. No job, no money.
Sorry.
The fuck is you laughing at?
Sorry. Keep going. Go ahead. Keep going.
Shut your ass up over there.
It's okay. Keep going. I said I had my moment.
Damn. Right. I know you gotta do little Kevin Hart. I get it. But, starting over at 50 and coming home, and it is what it is. Everything happens for a reason. None happens by chance.
Back home, of course. Now you're back full time on Night Secure again.
Yes.
At that point, it was you, Kelson.
It was me and Angel Baby.
What shows have you been a part of?
AM, Big Fat Morning.
Shout out Mark Clark.
AM Click was still Kelson.
So that's still, it was one name, but two different shows.
2 different shows.
So that's 3.
And us.
And of course, Quicksilva Show.
Quicksilva Morning Show.
So you've been in radio now for how long?
25.
25. So we've been in radio same right? I started in, yeah, you're right. We've been in radio the exact amount of years. No, I'm bugging. I started 2020. I got you by 1 year. So 2000. So who cares about
old.
No, well, I'm a lot younger than you, which is crazy. And we got that's a whole nother episode about age.
Episode about age. You're an old motherfucker.
You know I'm not older than you.
Yeah.
I didn't say you was older than me. I said you're an old motherfucker.
With that?
No, you're not.
Google it. I'm 45. I'm
You're
45.
49, yo.
45. You're 60.
If I cut your legs off and count the rings in your leg, you're 49.
So now another moment in Porkchop's life that I just want to touch on is that you had your first stroke when?
August 4th, 2024. And we was together by then.
Take me through that morning when you had your first stroke.
I was at Safari mixing, and I noticed, how you play the controller and you hit the buttons? I felt like I was hitting them late. And it was my homegirl next to me. And I said, do you hear that? And she was like, hear what? I said, I feel like I'm off. And she was like, well, they still dancing. And I said, all right. Maybe an hour and a half go by and my speech started slurring. and then it starts like real weird. And I told one of my girl Sai, I felt like, big shout out to her, I think she saved my life. Because I was going to go home. She was like, yo, go to the hospital. So they called L, told him what happened. You know, but by that time, I went going through the tunnel to get home. And God said, make a right on Caden Avenue. And I went to St. Agnes. You know, and before I could say anything, when I got out the car to go in there, the receptionist or the nurse walked around the corner. She said, smile. This side of my face wouldn't move. And she said, oh, you having a stroke. Come on in the back.
I remember when you were in the hospital, I came to see you.
One of the first niggas, yo. You gonna make me cry, bro.
It's okay.
You gonna make me cry. Because you came in there and your spirit was up. And I never told you this. You feel me? Your spirit was so high, I needed that. Because that night I cried my ass off. Because I couldn't believe God would let me go through that. Knowing what I was going through. You know, like, oh my God, a fucking stroke. I'll never forget you walking in there. I felt good of you being there.
That's what family is for, man. I remember walking, man, don't touch my damn hair. I remember walking in there and seeing you. And that was my first reaction. Like, I got to kind of do something that I kept saying, what will Porkchop do? That was me.
Right.
That's my first thought.
I felt. That's what I felt that you did. Because I know that I needed that in order to push.
First person I saw after seeing you, Jimmy T.
Yeah.
I don't know. Was he already? I mean, or he might have came in after me.
I can't remember what you
I feel like I was in there and we're talking. I'm trying to make Porkchop laugh, but you know, right then your face was still. You was trying to laugh, but you couldn't laugh.
Yeah.
So I can tell you was trying. So I said, should I keep on trying to make a laugh while I make shit worse? Prayed. Right after we prayed, of course, Jimmy came in. We talked about it. And then, of course, you get better. You get better. You finally come back on that.
For a second.
Then I get a call that Porkchop's having another stroke.
October 20th.
What the fuck, man?
Not even 60 days. Get up to go to church. And I got out of bed and fell straight to the ground. Like, I was like, what the fuck? I didn't know what was going on. But it didn't feel like the first one. But it was worse than the first one. Because it affected the left side of my body. And I'm still going through that to this day. All this is numb. I don't have no taste buds. My fingers feel like, all this feel like frostbitten. The neuropathy in my feet are bad. I had a sciatic nerve problem in my thigh. It's 20 times worse. 100 times, whatever. Jesus. You know, when I be at work and you see me every day, that should be, I hate sitting there sometimes. I hate having to do certain things in which I could just lay down. But I got Dallas. I got to get up.
I see daily what you struggle with, but somehow, some way, you still show up to work, make people laugh, warm people's hearts, even though you're going through a lot. That's not easy. That's not easy. And like you said, you still have Dallas. Speaking of Dallas, after having 2 strokes, you end up having a seizure when you were with Dallas.
4, from what they told me. We go to Outback. This the week before Thanksgiving. And I just remember we go to Outback and it's raining. And last thing I remember telling my boy, he was like, are you ready to go? And I could, in hindsight, looking at him, he was looking at me funny. And I was like, I ain't get my food yet. And next thing I know, how that light looked, that's what I saw, white and then gray. Like somebody put a white rag over my eyes. And after it happened, days after it happened, when I got home, Dallas said that I looked to the left and was staring off in space, and my hand started voting, whatever you want to call it. And they said I had a seizure there, 2 in the ambulance getting to the hospital, and 1 at the hospital. They said I went on myself, everything like just crazy. And I remember telling God I was going to kill myself. I knew I was. I knew that was it. Because after having the strokes and those seizures, I said this is going to be it.
What made you keep pushing through?
I asked God that Friday. I called my pastor. And I said, I got to get baptized. I got to cleanse my body off and my mind. And I got baptized. And now I'm in church every Sunday. And I really think my next path is being a minister. I feel like I have now went through tests to have a testimony.
You have that gift. You have the gift of not just being able to entertain people, but you're believable and you're so passionate when you put your mind to something. I can see Pastor Chop or Reverend Chop. Are you going to Reverend? You going to keep Porkchop?
I had them thoughts, you know.
Reverend Johnny Doswell. I want Pastor Pork.
But you know what's funny? Porkchop might have to die. That was a part of my life. My God-given name is Johnny. God gave me that name. So whatever it is, it might have to be Johnny.
But God gave me Roberto. But even Granny Grand, rest in peace, called me Quick up until a dying bed. Like, Porkchop has become who you are. So even with Porkchop, the DJ and radio personality and all that, that might have to go away. But that doesn't define you. At least to me, I can't tell you how the name Porkchop, I don't hear that and be like, Porkchop, oh, that's the rapper. Oh, that's the DJ. I just know that's you. Like, Granny Grand still call me Quick. She didn't say DJ Quicksilva. This is Quick. My wife calls me Quick. So now, fast forward, man, one thing we haven't touched on, you have a viral moment that's happening still to this day with a record, shout out to KW Griff, called Bring in the Cats. Cat. Oh, Bring in the Cats. What made you make Bring in the Cats the club song?
I was at work. Griff was mixing on the cue by then. And I don't even think Squirrel was there that day. I think I went in the production room. He was on there, but you know, while you mixing, we can do what we want. And it just hit me. I used to tell L down the docks, hey, yo, bring in the drums to whatever, and he'll bring drums in. Bring in the horns. I was listening to din da da dun do do, boom 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 cat. That's the Cats. A lot of people don't know where it came from, but that's that cat. I go run and tell Griff. I was like, oh, I got an idea. He's like, what? I said, this is exactly what I did the whole song in front of all of that. He said, go record it and just give it to me. Ain't got to be on beat or nothing. Just give me all the words.
That's crazy.
And then sent it to him right then and there. Maybe 2 weeks, I was going to DJ a party at Coppin. He calls me. He say, are you near radio? I said, I'm in the car. He said, stay in the, you're not Griff Dog. Stay in the car. Hey, stay in the car. Stay in the car. Yeah,
buddy.
Stay in the car.
Buddy.
Hang up the phone. He put that sucker on. I said, oh my God.
Y'all ready?
Next time y'all listen to Bringing the Cats, every cat is different. Those measures, cat. Now I only want to say oh and yes because I felt like it's the party. Oh, yes. And then he flips the O's and the yeses. Bring in the Cats.
That was not just a Baltimore club record. It becomes one of the biggest club records in the world. I mean, I play that record everywhere I go. Even if I'm not playing club music, you're going to get Bring in the Cats. You're going to get Class, I'm the Shit. Like, those are just 2 records you know you're going to get by every DJ in the world. But then, recently, I'm on TikTok, and I see it has a dance to it.
Line dance.
A line dance.
Big shout out to B-Boy Nation. The song was made in 2000. If I'm correct, she made the line dance in 2013. It's quiet, you know? Regular ass club song to me. Then out of nowhere, the boots on the ground started, And then Be More Nation made the line dance. And I was like, that's dope. At first I didn't get, okay. Line dance is every song, really. And then you just start seeing people doing it. So if I give them all the credit, Big shout out to Be More Nation for even doing that.
Downstairs a female name.
Netta. I think her name Netta.
Got you. So,
Net or Netta.
Got you. Shout out to them and now that dance is going.
She was the crew. They just hope
do you know the line dance yet?
Fuck no.
to your old song.
That's a lot of shit.
So now Breaking the Cast is going crazy. Porkchop has had a hell of a life, man. You've been through a lot. You've overcome a lot. So like I always say, you're a walking testimony. I really commend you. Before I give you flowers, the last question I like to ask people, and you already know where I'm going with this.
Oh, let me get mine.
I was going to think about saying producers because I asked Raw leaders, but I said, nope, you're still a DJ. Even though you're a rapper, DJ, dancer. If I had to ask Porkchop.
You can take dance off now. Your strokes and seizures did that. Man, you still ain't no more dancing.
He's lying, y'all. When we live on the radio in the morning, 7 a.m. doing the Swift Mix, go to his TikTok, Porkchop 410. He's dancing while he's DJing. You're lying.
Be swaying.
You're lying. You dance. 6'11", Horseman. He still got the dance in him. Already got the. So if I had to ask Porkchop, his Mount Rushmore of DJs from Baltimore. Who would you say, for you personally, these are the top 4 of all times? And why?
Do I got to put them in order?
It's up to you.
No order.
It's up to you.
I'll definitely say Big L. I wish a nigga would try to tell me he ain't. And that's crazy.
Right.
I don't give a fuck. if he has sex with your girl and you upset, that's your fault. But Big L is innovative.
One of the most creative DJs of all times.
At the blend battles, he's the curator of when they switching up. Mm-hmm. He played in between. And niggas be waiting. Because we live together. To this day, we've been living together for a long ass time. So I look at him as way like my brother than anything. To hear him in his room all night, all day. I know niggas don't be doing that no more. Like really getting he did a blend of Take Me Through There with Take Me Through the King. Take Me Through the King. I said, nah. He's wordplay-ish. Yes. Like you gotta listen to his blends. It ain't just fucking records.
Right. It ain't stemming out and put out an instrumental. Sense. Yeah. So Big L, that's your one.
All right. My favorite DJ?
This is your list.
I'm telling you why my favorite is going up there.
I know you can say.
KW Griff.
I already knew that.
Give a fuck what nobody said.
The cleanest of all times. Just clean.
Listen. Clean is an understatement.
Kenny K was on the podcast and I asked because KW was on his. I said, have you ever heard Griff like have an off? Like
never.
Like I've never heard his blend go off or scratch. I mean, he is the epitome of when you think just clean.
I'm happy he's on Magic because he does Magic a service that during the week they really don't do. He knows all of that shit. He know it all. They had a blue-eyed weekend. This nigga spent 3 hours of playing white people that were soulful. Yo, man, L couldn't get out the car. We was like, this nigga's playing shit. What make you be like, I ain't know yo was white. You know what I mean? Because it was a blue-eyed weekend.
People don't know the guy who made didn't die.
Yeah, George Kranz.
Is white.
White. He won't get a cent from me.
So, all right, so now you got KW Griff, Super DJ Big L.
I got one for your ass. Pause. No, yeah, you're right. Damn. God.
You're the producer of the back of that pause. Shout out to Larry. What up?
Hey, Larry.
Don't you ever?
That was crazy.
Keep going, man.
That was crazy.
Keep going. That was nasty work.
James the Great. It's too. What people don't know about James the Great. One, I gave him his name.
Really?
Yes.
Didn't know that.
I mean, I gave Super DJ Big L his name. I gave a lot of people. There's a lot of niggas out here.
This ain't the humble podcast.
Listen, I get fucking with no Wes. from the Horsemen.
We have three. James the Great,
James,
Big L.
What I have to say about James real quick. Damn, if I keep biting my fucking tongue. James is originally Club Queen Entertainment. My last nigga. Of course you on there. Fucking crazy.
You don't have to. Please don't.
No, not because we work together. None of that. You quick. You know what the fuck you doing. You know that though. You ain't the party kingpin for nothing. You know you can mix. And we talking about mixing. How many times a day we be in there and you be like, hey yo, Chop, listen to this cut, nigga. You don't know nothing about this thing. And that's the enjoyment of working with you. We friends to the end, family to the end, but that connects us in a whole nother way, DJing, because it's music. Man, you know, I wish all of y'all could be with us in the morning when the mic's not potted up. We have great music conversations. Because we get on Shay, because she don't know.
Right. Like, shout to Shay Parker. She 90% of stuff we talk about, she has no clue we talk about.
When you sung, what you sung yesterday? Or was that today?
LTD.
That was yesterday.
I can never win so much. Nah, I ain't got time.
Yep, that. What a difference.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's your 4.
That's your 4. Can I get 5? Can I put one nigga up there?
I'm gonna take me off the list.
No, you deserve to be on there.
I appreciate. I'm the GOAT. I'm the greatest of all time.
5th person. To me. I belong up there somewhere. I was thrown to the wolves. I've been around music all my life. I know how to keep a crowd together. And as a host and a DJ, I know what to say, when to say it, and know when to shut the fuck up.
But
I'm up there somewhere. I might not be 5, but I would like to pat myself on the back. I don't think people do that. Like, I think I do a good job for the Swift Mix. Mm-hmm. I feel like I play different genres.
Okay. So what I want to say with that being said, like, I know I tell you this every morning, and you know we've been family, fuck friends. We've been family for decades. As your brother, as your friend, as your everything. Like, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you not because of your entertainment career. You've had an amazing radio career, DJ career, host career. You've had amazing. Like, you're arguably one of the GOATs from Baltimore. Like,
and I can rap better than some of these niggas. Don't forget, I just want people to understand I'm very talented.
I'm proud of you because if I had to give a word to describe Porkchop, the first word comes to mind is resilient. Because Porkchop just doesn't give up. I've seen times where, and this me being open and honest, where you want to give up. You've had those real conversations where you be like, bro, just pray for me. I'm going to give up on life. And I always be like, but what about Dallas? That's the first thing I always say to you. And for you to have gone through what you've gone through personally, physically, financially, mentally, I know it's not easy. But even in the midst of the worst storms of your life, somehow, some way, you still showed up and been who we all know and love. And I know it's been days where you ain't feel like it, physically and mentally. Somewhere you still do it, and you still do it at a level that most people aspire one time to be. So on some of your best days on the radio, when the people are commending how great you were, I know that was one of the worst days for you physically, and you still pushed through. So I just want to say, on behalf of myself and everybody in the city, man, we love you. We proud of you. You are a staple. You are it. It's a reason why people love Porkchop. On top of you being a dope DJ and everything else, people love you for you.
Yo, I don't want nothing but the best for everybody. And that's the most genuine thing about who I am. I don't want to see nobody lose. Yo, God ain't put us here to lose.
You're my guy, man. Don't you start crying at the last minute.
I'm not.
You good. You gonna cry in the car though. He gonna cry in the car. No,
right before I go get Dallas.
But once again, man, I just want to say follow him on all social media. Porkchop 410
on Instagram,
TikTok heavy.
I'm on Black Planet. I'm on MySpace. I'm on Nude Africa. Come holler at me.
Hey, we love you, Chop, man. Once again, another edition of Who Is Porkchop. Support my guy. DJs keep playing, bringing the cats. Everybody on TikTok, keep making your dances so he can get to another $1 million off of TikTok. Another. You already got the first meal. Another one. It's on the way. Hey, you with us now. You good. All so, right. Man, another edition of Who Is Porkchop, man. Thank y'all for streaming the podcast every week. Another episode at noon. You already know the vibes. Yes.
Don't hang up yet. Make sure y'all
It's not radio.
Share this. Everybody should be watching this. All of these interviews been dope. Quick had a vision, and we're watching it in real time coming to fruition, man. Please keep sharing this everywhere.
And we gone.